Coffee with America.
You're watching K34QB.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Good morning, and thank you for tuning in to TV8's Good Morning Vail for this Sunday, July 10th. How are we already 10 days into July? That's absolutely crazy. I'm your host today, Maddie Evans, and we've got a very fun show in store for you as we're going to be taking a look back at some of the exciting interviews that we've had over the week and introducing you to a very special local athlete who's absolutely incredible, so make sure that you stay tuned. We're also going to be taking a look at that local weather forecast, talking about all the things taking place in the community. That way you can mark your calendars according to everything that's going on. So every morning when I open the show, I like to look at some of the fun holidays that take place, and we've got some very interesting ones today. So it is National Barn Day, so for all of you farmers out there, thank you for your hard work. All of you barn owners, today's a great day to celebrate the fact that you have a barn. It is National Don't Step on a Bee Day. This is a conservation holiday to make sure that you're keeping the furry, buzzy bumblebees alive and well, and especially because we talk about those so often on Good Morning Vail with Carrie Hogan from Nap Harvest, so make sure that you watch out for those bees as you're taking your steps. It's also National Kitten Day, so if you have a kitten at home, celebrate them a little bit more today. And then it is National Pina Colada Day. We're seeing those temperatures get quite high this weekend, and we saw them high yesterday. We're going to see them high again today, so maybe bust out the blender and make a nice pina colada. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, actually, we're going to take a look at that local weather forecast. Then we're going to take a short break, and when we come back from the break, we're going to talk all things taking place in our community, so stay tuned.
Live life to the fullest and relax with Simply Massage. With the lowest prices in the Vail Valley, there is something for everyone. We offer Swedish, deep tissue massages, neuromuscular, reflexology, and cupping. Treat yourself to aromatherapy with essential oils or CBD oils. We offer 60 or 90-minute packages. Go to simplymassage.com or call 970-748-1600 to book an appointment today.
I've been helping homeowners improve their home for a lot of years. They think it's intimidating, but it can be a lot of fun.
And we're here to help.
There you go.
Dad's the expert, but I've learned a few things along the way.
Practical, realistic home improvement information is what today's homeowner is all about.
There's nothing like turning your house into your home, and that's what we help you do every week.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Flashback on Vail Valley. Hard to keep a secret when you are getting interviewed on TV8. We're taking a look back in time at vintage TV8 segments. If you'd like any more information or to see any more vintage or classic cuts from TV8, check out tv8vail.com. Taking a look back in time right here on TV8.
Good morning, Vail.
There are so many great events taking place in and around the community and so many things for you to get out there and enjoy, and especially right now that we're seeing these warmer temperatures, no real chance of precipitation, maybe a light afternoon shower, but nothing that's going to stay and linger all day. And if you're looking for something fun to do, well, there's a lineup of activities that you can get out there and enjoy, one of which being my absolute favorite that I know I love to go to every single week, which is the Vail Farmers Market. There's so many great vendors, there's live entertainment, there's food. It's just really fun to go and walk around and explore. And so if you are going, I recommend going earlier. That way you can get your hands on some of those delicious Palisade peaches. They sell out so quickly, but they're the best peaches in the game right now because they're so nice from it being so warm and summertime, and so they're flourishing. So make sure that you go check out the Vail Farmers Market. If you're looking for something else to do tonight, you can check out the concert at Nottingham. It's taking place on the backside of the stage. There's some live music, so maybe if you want to take your paddleboard out, you can paddle right up and enjoy that live music, which is really fun to do. So you can go check out Nottingham Park later this afternoon and cool down in the water, especially because we're going to see those warmer temperatures throughout the course of today. Now, if you are in Vail exploring and running around, well, they've got a lineup of activities besides just the farmers market, which that comes every week, but you can see right now there's an intense amount of activities taking place. We've got Vail Jazz, we've got Bravo happening today, and these are really fun, especially because they're reoccurring. But then as we continue through the month of July, you can see that the Vail Comedy Festival is coming back for one night. There's Mountaintop Yoga. There's just so many fun things to do. And then we're going to see a break in some of the activities at the Ford Amphitheater, which we all know and love is Hot Summer Nights. But right now, because the Ford Amphitheater has some other things going on, they're going to take a break this week from Hot Summer Nights, and they're going to do something very special, the Stars Variety Show for Youth Power 365 through the Vail Valley Foundation, which is a really fun event, and it supports the youth here in our community. So if you make your way over to the Ford Amphitheater, you can always check out those events, but we've got some great big-name concerts coming this way, and you need to buy your tickets right now before they start to sell out. We've got Primus coming, we've got Amos Lee coming, we've got so many incredible shows that are taking stage here in Vail at the amphitheater, and so we want to see everyone over at the Amp enjoying some live music and enjoying their time there, especially because that venue is so incredible with Vail Mountain in the background, and then that stage being placed where it is, and then you being able to sit on the grass if that's what you like to do. It's absolutely mesmerizing, so make sure that you check out the Ford Amphitheater if you're here visiting or if you live here full time. Now let's make our way up to Beaver Creek because there's some great activities taking place up there as well. Beaver Creek has an entire lineup of weekly events that they do. So if you're looking for something to do maybe a little more mellow today, Helmet Fricker is performing. We've got the Fossil Posse. And then tomorrow, Monday, we've got Movie Under the Stars, complimentary outdoor yoga. You can participate in this. It goes from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. There's an outdoor fitness class, more Fossil Posse, and then on Wednesday, there's another Movies Under the Stars event, and this is really fun for everyone in the family. So you can get up there and you can enjoy this entire lineup, and it just keeps coming. Like, they're staying so busy up in Beaver Creek. The Thursday Move and Groove is a ton of fun. Complimentary yoga on Friday, and then a silent disco every Saturday up there in Beaver Creek. So if you're looking for something to do, Zoosaman is coming back this Saturday, which is also very entertaining and one of those things that's really fun to get out there and enjoy. And if you like live music, then Beaver Creek Zoosaman is one of those activities that you want to participate in. Now, if you're up in Beaver Creek and you're looking for something else to do, you should check out the Villar Performing Arts Center. It's an absolutely gorgeous underground venue where you cannot have a terrible time there. With just over 530 seats in the building, there's not a bad seat in the house. The ambiance is incredible. You feel like you're right up there with the artists. The music is always amazing because the acoustics are always amazing, and so we always highly recommend going to their website, which is valarpac.org, where you can buy your tickets for the shows that you're seeing on the bottom of the screen. And then they have such a large lineup of activities that are always taking place at the Valar, and so you can always check those out online. Now, something else we want to note, if you are looking to get a little bit cooler and a little bit higher in elevation, you can always make your way up to Leadville and Twin Lakes area, as it's a ton of fun up there. I was just up there on Friday night, and it is so magical up in Leadville, and there's so many fun activities to do up there and just kind of explore if you haven't done it yet. But their Boom Days is coming up, and we've been talking about this for quite some time, but it's coming very, very quickly. So make sure that you mark your calendars for this, because see these donkeys up on the screen? This is what I'm most excited about. That's been a look at so many of the great activities taking place in our community. You can always go to some of the great websites to find out more information. So for Vail, you can go to discovervail.com. It'll have the full lineup of activities. You can go to beavercreek.com/events. You can go to valarpac.org for more of what's taking place up at the Valar Center. We're going to take a short break. When we come back from the break, we've got more of the show.
Good morning, Vail.
All aboard!
Step on. Take a look around. And take a listen. Relax to the rhythm of the train on the tracks. For the kids, and the kid in all of us. The Leadville, Colorado and Southern Railroad.
America was built on a love for the outdoors. We are a nation of sportsmen, blessed with magnificent natural resources. With broad interests across water and field, we are united in our devotion to nature and conservation. Join us every week for the best shows celebrating the outdoor lifestyle. Outdoor America. Live free.
Hi, my name is Tegan Davis with the Eagle Valley Library District, inviting you to get a library card at any of our branches, Avon, Eagle, or Gypsum Public Libraries. If you're a visitor, a full-time resident, or just here for work, you can get a library card just by stopping in and bringing your photo ID. With your library card, you can check out anything in our libraries as well as our online collection. For more information, please visit evld.org.
Time to rise and shine? There's no better way to start your day than with Good Morning Vail Crew. Get your news, sports, weather, dining, community events, and so much more. We'll start your morning off right at 7 a.m. And now you can find us 7 days a week. You bring the coffee, we'll bring the fun. Live stream us at tv8vail.com or watch us on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92. There's more for you on 92.
Good morning, Vail.
The Vail Valley produces such incredible athletes, and some of them have very unique talents. And I'm sitting with one of those athletes right now, Davis Hermes, who you do a very scary hobby.
Yeah, it's I think it looks a lot scarier than it is, you know, like you learn how to breathe through things, and every fear kind of goes away with like exposure therapy.
Right. Well, I mean, you're high off the ground. So for people who don't know what you do intense highline slacklining.
Yeah, so slacklining is like an umbrella term similar to skiing. So there's different divisions within skiing, like moguls, and there's park, and there's backcountry, and all sorts of things. Same thing with slacklining. There's highlining, and there's tricklining, and there's freestyle. And what I focus on specifically is highlining.
You're doing some pretty big tricks up there on the high line, though, and so you're doing a little bit, I feel like, a combination.
Yeah, so then if we're going to go deeper into like the divisions of slacklining, highline freestyle is the type of highlining that I do.
And how did you get into slacklining and specifically this type of slacklining?
I saw it at the GoPro games in 2012, just trick lining, which is like a tight 2-inch webbing where it's like a mix in between a balance beam and a trampoline. And I saw that and said, I knew I needed to do that. And got myself a line, really got after it, and then found a good mentor through just a string of emails. Gibbon at the time, a slackline company, was doing a come to your school and do like a outdoor education Friday type deal. And met this guy Josh, who ended up being my mentor, and brought me into highlining. And since then, that was in 2012 still. And yeah, it just had my heart.
Just like that. It's one of those things that you started and you just fell in love with. And so as you've progressed, how did you find your way into highlining from kind of that learning point?
When I went to my first highline, I didn't even know what highlining was. This guy Josh that I just mentioned invited us to this thing called GGBY, which is an event in Moab at Thanksgiving every year. And I thought it was just like a come slackline, like hang out at the park or whatever deal. And showed up to this huge canyon and had never seen highlining before and just was speechless. Still am, even when you see a highline, there's not much you can like. It's just like a wow moment. And yeah, that's how I kind of got into it. I just didn't know what I was getting into and then saw it, and the rest is history, I guess.
I fell in love from that moment on. It's like a love at first sight situation. And so as you've kind of progressed and learned your way through all of these different aspects of slacklining, what is the scariest part? Because you are roped in, you have a harness, you're not just like out there free for all on these very scary, intense highlines.
Yeah, so you are leashed in. I think the scariest part is always like the first step in standing up. Just because you're not like quite in the flow yet and you're getting out on a line, and it is something that's scary. In the beginning I did say like, yes, like it's something you learn to cope with. But you need like a second to really get in the groove and look around and take everything in and be like, okay, like this is okay. This is why I'm okay. Like I can look at my harness, like I'm tied in. Yeah.
You know you're safe. And so as you've been learning your tricks on the highline, what has been the hardest and scariest trick to learn so far?
Scariest trick is probably back flop, which is just like you're bouncing on your feet, obviously, and then you get to the top of the bounce, and it just looks like a backflip. But the line's really loose, so it's not like trick lining where you're above the line the whole time. The line will actually roll off of your shoulder, and then you grab it and put it back on your feet. Or in Korean, which is it's like straddle. And that's probably the scariest just because it's really committing to just like kind of huck it backwards. And then the hardest was probably, it's called triple Yoda, which is it's a triple backflip. I was the first to do that one last fall. So that was like a relatively big deal, at least for me. And yeah, that one took a lot of motivation to grind through because it's a lot of falling. It's not like, oh, I'm going to try this, you know? It's like learning anything. There's a lot of trial and error.
I'm the most embarrassingly klutzy human being to like ever walk. And so I could not imagine doing what you do just because I have a hard time standing in one spot for too long without like shifting or wiggling or tipping over. And so what you do is so scary. And so as you're progressing, you're about to go on a big trip with slacklining and do a big competition, and you found a really cool community within the slackline community.
I did, yeah. That's one of my favorite parts about the sport is the community. I think because it's such a niche sport, it's very easy to connect with people, and like you meet another highliner, you're like, this is great. You like the same thing as I do, and no one else does this. So that's good for like meeting people in person, obviously. You know, it's a common connection, easy to talk about. And then when it comes to international things, it is still such a small community that you connect with a lot of slackliners through social media, FaceTime, things like that, and talk about ideas of new tricks or rigging things, just like a whole different range of things that you can talk about slackline related. Obviously, it's easy to kind of connect about.
And it's easy, I'm sure, to go down a rabbit hole once you meet someone who has the same knowledge about the sport as you do, because then you can just like rabbit hole.
For sure. Yeah, it's I had to catch myself just then. I almost started talking about just like what kind of rigging stuff we could talk about. But yeah, I like to nerd out about the sport for sure.
I mean, you could definitely nerd out. It's just you might have to like slow down and re-explain things because it might just go up and over my head. So something else that you do here in our community is you're also a Vail ski patroller, which keeps you really busy. The training there is intense. You guys spend a lot of time on snow. And do you think that's what keeps you in shape for the slacklining when the season comes back around?
I think the slacklining keeps me in shape for the ski patrol.
The reverse.
Yeah, in the summer I'm very like nomad, like cardio exercise type stuff is, I'd say, more of what the slacklining is. And then in ski patrol, I focus more on like strength stuff. But yeah, they're like different, but they work together for sure.
And through slacklining, you've found a committee of sponsors. So we know that you have a local sponsor, Ski Town All-Stars, which is a great hat company here who is awesome to work with in all capacities. And then you've got other more slackline specific companies that you work with.
Yeah, the team I'm under is Slackhouse. It's a Polish slackline company. They have 3 athletes, me being one of them, and then David, he's in the Canary Islands, and Taylor, and she's in Canada. And then, yeah, a few others. Drink Burke is a startup in Boulder that has been just a major help recently. And Swiss Slackline, who's hosting this competition in Switzerland that I'm going to, has been helping me out recently. Yeah.
Just a lot of really cool companies to come together and kind of help this dream move forward. So if you had any piece of advice that you wish someone would have given to you, or you would give to someone who's just getting into slacklining, what would it be?
Just keep doing it. It's hard. It really is something that's really difficult, and there's a really slow learning curve. But just keep doing it. This is like the best you can do. People are always, when they try the first time, like, oh, I could never do this, you know? And it's like, you can, like, it's just practice. No one just gets up and just starts, like, cruising across a high line or, like, a line in the park or anything. Like, it's something through the entire process that's a very slow learning curve.
How many hours in total would you say that you spend on a slackline in a year?
I
know, tough question. Putting you on the spot.
Too many.
Sorry.
I don't know. I mean, in a week, probably 20, maybe, in a week, like being on a slackline. Maybe that's an overestimate. I don't know. A lot.
A lot. I mean, it's part of your career now at this point. You've kind of gone down that path where you could take this into something much bigger than just a hobby that you're doing, because you're basically one of the few people doing what you're doing. So you're already at an elevated stance with your career in slacklining, and now you just have this great opportunity.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to make it like an official thing, for sure. It's a really interesting time for me because it's kind of like I'm just getting done with college, and it's like, do I want to really pursue slacklining, which is the goal right now, or kind of have it just be a hobby and have like a day job?
Day job. Well, I think you should check out this slacklining thing, because you do such an incredible job. And so if people want to follow you, see what you're doing, and see how you're doing, and also these crazy tricks that you're doing, how can they do so?
My Instagram is basically all I use. Occasionally on Trickline Collective, it's a YouTube channel. There's like a more time-consuming video, but typically everything's just on my Instagram, and it's like if I land a new trick maybe, or just updates in the slackline world.
Which is really cool, and we just had the 2022 GoPro Mountain Games, which you got to participate in, and there's some insane footage of you like high-fiving kayakers under the line.
Yeah, that line's really fun. It's actually really small and short, which I'd like to complain about, but you can't because you get what you get. Yeah, that event in general is so amazing just because it's my hometown. It's where I saw slacklining for the first time, and now what exposed me to the sport is what I get to perform in. So that event's awesome.
Kind of goes full circle, which is amazing to hear, and it's so cool to see that here in our community.
For sure.
Davis, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us today, give us all this great information, and good luck in Europe.
Thank you.
Make sure that you follow him on Instagram. That way you can see all the adventures that he's up to and to see how intense the slackline community and lifestyle is. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more of the show.
Good morning, Vail.
Hi there. Are you ready to explore famous neighborhoods from New York City to Kentucky? Watch The Neighborhood with host Nicole Newman. Featuring famous people, unique history, and delicious places to eat and drink. Our viewers get an inside personal look at each neighborhood. With each episode we learn, grow, laugh, and live like a local, not just a visitor. Welcome to The Neighborhood. Check your local program schedule and tune in.
In the heart of the Vail Village, on the corner of One Willow Bridge Road, across from Solaris, is Lamina Jewelry. We have one of the largest selections of designer, fine, and fashion jewelry in the Vail Valley. In addition to our unique and one-of-a-kind jewelry pieces, we have museum-quality fossils and minerals that you truly have to see to believe. We pride ourselves on our customer service and knowledge of your pieces. Come in as a customer, leave as a friend.
If you're looking for local sports coverage around Vail Valley, we've got you covered right here on The Scoreboard, where you can find exclusive sit-down interviews with some of the top athletes in all of Vail, Colorado. You can also count on The Scoreboard for live event coverage of the biggest sporting events going on all year long, ranging from the biggest high school matchups to the most popular recreational competitions. Make sure to watch on TV8 Vail every Tuesday and Friday at 6 and 10 p.m. or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
Good morning, Vail.
We're standing in Lamina Jewelers. Now, we always talk women's jewelry for that fashion, elegant piece. And Elizabeth, you have surprised us this time because now you've got some fashion pieces for the men.
So we have started by bringing in a really, really cool men's band line, which is completely customizable and really, really unique. Like, this is not the standard simple band with a diamond. This is whatever you can dream of, and something that's really unique, not only in the finishes, the colors, the settings of the diamonds. Like, you can literally get anything you want. And we have brought this line in for guys to come in and see.
Okay, so we were talking off camera before we came on because I was like, wow, this piece is so cool. Like, what a unique mix of colors. And then you guys were explaining to me that it had green gold in it. That is something I've never heard of until this morning.
So we use several different alloys. So this has white, green, yellow, and rose gold in it, which is really, really cool. And they fold it together to give it almost that camo-like appearance or Damascus steel kind of appearance, but you're using solid gold. So it's really, really unique, and each one has different layers, like no ring is the same because it's hand folded and then forged into a ring, which is really, really cool. So if you want something that's like very subtle but has a lot of difference in it, this is a really cool line to look at because it uses multiple levels of gold.
Well, and not only that, but this is like the snowflake collection. Not one of them is the same. You're not getting a repeat one. No matter what, your ring's not going to be the same. So whether you want this as a fashion piece or you want it to have some significant value like your wedding ring, you can do that, and you can also customize those in a way that's adorable.
Oh yes, so you see these two rings right here. You have this beautiful one on the right, which is their signature champagne gold with carbon fiber in it. So we had someone come in and he loved it, but he wanted it in yellow gold, and then he wanted the flat irons, like the actual mountains, engraved on the inside because that's where they met. So you have this beautiful ring that he saw, and then his custom made one right here for you all to see, and it has a really, really cool flat irons, really detailed engraved on it, and they can engrave anything in there, anything you want, fingerprints even. They can literally engrave a fingerprint in there.
Wow. That way you can always know what your significant other's fingerprint looks like, and you can always have it with you as just a small token of them. And then as we were talking about the diamond settings, you've got some pieces here that are so unique and in ways that I have not really ever seen before.
Yeah, so you can really get a traditional look. Like if you want something with all diamonds or just one single diamond, you can go for that. But you can also get the diamonds on the side as well, or kind of subtly put like in different places or different designs on the ring. It really just depends on your style. Like, I mean, a piece like something like this is super simple, but you have a polish and then a satin effect. Rings are no longer need to be simple for guys. Like fashionable rings, different rings, rings that are unique are really in. Guys are wanting something different that they're going to wear the rest of their lives. They want something that really speaks to them, and now they have options.
I mean, I know when girls go shopping for their rings, they spend a lot of time, they pick the cut of the diamond, they pick the setting of the diamond. They do this because it is going to be something that they wear as this token of love forever. And so it's really cool that now the possibility for men to get that same option within the rings is possible.
Oh yeah, you can customize every single thing about this just the same as she customizes her ring. So you can really get exactly what you want down to the color. Like this is a really cool scratched finish. Like this ring has multiple finishes. It has scratched and hammered and carbon fiber and polished. So you can really do whatever you want and make it completely yours.
The hammered one right here, I was looking at it earlier, is so unique and not something that you find often, I feel like, in men's jewelry. And so to see it kind of coming to life is so incredible. And I mean, they're just all so shiny and so well done. And the different colors and styles and shades and everything really just gives this entire collection that customizable feel where you're like, this is my ring. No one else has this one.
Oh yeah, and plus they're all comfort fits, so they're all really comfortable rings, no matter how thick you get it or thin you get it or how big you get it.
And so what's the turnaround time on getting a custom ring done, especially as the wedding season is right around the corner?
It's around 6 to 8 weeks, so it's still the standard time, but for a custom piece handmade in Germany and then shipped over for you, that's actually a really good lead time. So you can get it quite quickly.
Yeah, when you said 6 to 8 weeks, my face was like, for a second, because I was thinking like 6 to 8 months, and then you followed it up with weeks, and I was like, that's incredible. And especially if you're looking into getting one of the cool like rolled ones with that custom camo look, or the layers, like this one has that nice little fade of the colors of the different golds in it, and incorporating that silver too. They're just all so unique.
Yeah, so each one is unique, and you can make them more unique and do your own thing. We have a selection here that you can purchase straight out of the store, or if you want to customize it or get it made in your specific size, we can do that as well. So there's a lot of different options, and we're bringing more things for guys in because, guys, you deserve to have as much jewelry as women do.
And so if people are interested in coming in, talking more about the rings and maybe customizing a ring, where are you guys located and what are your hours for them to do so?
So we are located in Solaris Plaza across the street from the ice skating rink. Big, beautiful windows full of fossils and minerals and jewelry. You really can't miss us. Then we're open 7 days a week during the summer, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m.
Elizabeth, thank you so much for meeting us and chatting with us about all of these incredible men's rings. It's not something you get to see very often.
No, it's not. It's really fun to have them here, and we hope some guys come in and can really enjoy some new, fun, fashionable rings.
Fellas, if you're looking for that statement piece for yourself, or you're looking for that ring that you can customize for your wedding, this is the place to come do it. 6 to 8 weeks, you'll have that ring on your finger in no time. Make sure you stop by Lamina Jewelers. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we've got more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
Here at Sun and Ski Sports, we are all about helping you find the right gear for your best adventure. Come explore our selection of skis, snowboards, bikes, clothing, and footwear. Stop by our full-service shop to learn more about how we help keep your equipment at peak performance and our assortment of rentals. Remember, whatever your adventures may be, you can find all your gear here at Sun and Ski Sports. Call or visit us in Avon or Dillon or learn more at sunandski.com.
Coming up this season on Ready, Set, Renovate, real homeowners tackle really big renos.
Welcome to the ugliest house in the neighborhood.
It's a wild ride from before to after.
If we go to the tile store one more time, only one of us is coming out alive.
Well, I didn't know he was going to do all that.
Between the budget and the timeline, it's makeover madness.
Live life to the fullest and relax with Simply Massage. With the lowest prices in the Vail Valley, there is something for everyone. We offer Swedish, deep tissue massages, neuromuscular, reflexology, and cupping. Treat yourself to aromatherapy with essential oils or CBD oils. We offer 60 or 90-minute packages. Go to simplymassage.com or call 970-748-1600 to book an appointment today.
Good morning, Vail.
Earlier this week, we had a chance to catch up with Ty Stockton from Compass Realty, and they've got a beautiful house over in West Vail that you could get your hands on, and it's such a great deal on such a large piece of property, and we don't get to see this over in Vail very often, and so let's take a look back at this interview to see if maybe we can help you find your future dream home. We always talk about all the incredible things taking place in our community and the mountain lifestyle that we all know and love, and maybe you're looking to make that transition in your life. Well, we've got Ty Stockton from Compass Realty who can help you do that in the most incredible house anyone has ever seen. Good morning, Ty.
Good morning. You know, and I was thinking about before I came on, like all these things that I want to talk about with this house. And sometimes, you know, when you start looking at the photos and you're there and you're walking around, you go, why don't I just sort of be quiet and let people see? You know, we're going to show some video of that today. But this particular house in Cascade Village is just sort of once removed from Lion's Head. And a lot of people don't know about that neighborhood. They're thinking either the core, Forest Road, Beaver Dam, or maybe the golf course. But what's nice over here is they have their own lift chair, so you have access to that. And yet you have all this privacy. And like we talked about before we went on the air, over 6/10 of an acre here.
Which you can see the house right now as we just got that nice drone shot going into it. The backyard is beautiful, and we're seeing all of those water features and everything. The exquisite detail that is in the backyard of this house that just shows how well they used all that acreage when they were building it is amazing.
Yeah, you know, there's so few houses where I think the owners make that real commitment to outdoor space. And you could see it here with all the boulders and lots of perennials and flowers with the landscaping. They put an outdoor fireplace so you could sit around there if you get a little cool in the evening, and just hearing the sound of that rushing water come down. It's so soothing. And just when you think that's good enough, they have this beautiful outdoor kitchen, you know, with the bifold doors, and then you open it up, and you know, it's like a chef's dream in there. And after you've spent all that great time out, you get to go inside and experience this house. It's almost 7,000 square feet with 6 bedrooms, 6 full baths, and 2 half baths. And what I really love is how the kitchen flows into the dining room and then into the great room with that wood burning fireplace. And you know, some of the images show outside on the deck just stacks of firewood, you know, and it's for that person that just wants to go out and grab wood and put it in there and keep that fire going all day. And I just love that families can show up in a house like this, and whether you're sitting in the great room or hanging around the kitchen or the dining room, you know, the house can hold a lot of people. And then at the end of the day, beautiful master suite with vaulted ceilings, and everybody retreats to their bedrooms. Or if you want to hang on a little bit later, they have this really cool hangout room with a bar and a potbelly stove, so you could throw more fire in there. It's just such a great house, summer or winter.
Summer or winter, this is a house that really anyone would be lucky to live in year-round. And as we're looking through the pictures, that open floor plan that you were talking about makes it so nice, and that natural light that's coming in through those big, huge windows and all of this imagery makes it so that no matter what time of year, you feel like you're just going to be cozy and at home. And then that backyard is almost like an escape from reality. Like, you can see everything out that front door view. You can see Vail Mountain a little bit, you can see all of West Vail, but then you can go to the backyard and you're like completely secluded there.
You're just there. And you know, the inside, the finishes are second to none. You know, I love when I walk in a house and people invite me over to consider helping them sell their home, and you walk in, you say, you don't need to do anything. I mean, it's completely turnkey. You know, the top quality finishes, Sub-Zero refrigerator, ASCO dishwashers, got that big Aga stove, which is really unique. You know, it's for somebody that really wants to cook and entertain. It's really special. And, you know, the room just envelops you, you know, with those big vaulted ceilings. It's a place that you, on the one hand, you don't want to leave, but it's also a great place to come back to after a long day if you've been out golfing or fly fishing or horseback riding. And you said it really well at the beginning. You know, the convenience, the highway and access to town is right there, but when you get into this house and you're inside or you go out to the outdoor space, you could be anywhere. And there's just, you know, thousands of acres behind you that give you that great privacy.
It's like a staycation home. Like, you'll live there and it's your home, but you can feel like you're vacationing no matter where you go. And we're looking at some of the images of the front deck right now, and you can see that mountainscape that you have as your view with the big green mountains in the summertime, and then those covered in snow are breathtaking. And so you really get the best of both worlds in this house.
Yeah, and they have all of the gardens, and the flower boxes are all irrigated. So some people go, oh my gosh, what do I do to keep up with all that? You don't have to do anything.
It's easy.
You show up and they get watered every couple of days, and you know, it just has this natural setting that just exists all summer long. And then in the wintertime, remember what I said at the beginning, you know, Cascade Village has its own lift chair, so you have great access to that. And you know, one of my favorite neighborhoods. I really am excited to be able to present this house. It's brand new to the market, and if anybody's interested in seeing it, you know, we're happy to do private tours. So you can just call me on my cell phone at 970-471-2557. We have its own website, which is 1250westhaven.com. Go there, you get to see the videos, the floor plans, the photos, read all about the special features in the house. And, you know, if it strikes your curiosity or interest, you know, call me. I'd love to show somebody around.
Well, and we haven't even gotten into all of the great details about this house, because the gazebo hot tub in the backyard, as well as that incredible water feature, is such a nice amenity. And then the garage. This is like any mom's dream, especially if you've got those kiddos that are just learning to ski, because the boot dryer in the garage makes it so much easier for them to put their boots on. Having that extra mudroom space makes it so convenient to get the family out on the mountain, or for skiing, for mountain biking, whatever the activity is.
Yeah, everybody has sort of their own organizational cubbies. It is sort of a family dream where more and more we're starting to see people sort of morph their garage into is it a garage or is it sort of living space, you know, and to have it, you know, so organized and detailed, but it's convenient. You walk out, you can grab skis or snowshoes or hiking shoes and leave that there as you walk in or leave the house. It is pretty striking to have that in a house like this. And, you know, as you said, the hot tub has a very unique feature. You know, the lid literally raises up, you know, so you have sort of the shelter above you, but you're still outdoor space. I mean, they really thought of everything in this house.
They really did. And so if people are interested, one more time in setting up a showing with you, what is your cell phone number and what is the website?
The website is 1250westhaven.com, and my cell phone is 970-471-2557.
Ty, thank you so much for coming in and chatting with me about this incredible house this morning, and now setting the expectations really high for where I want to live.
Absolutely. Well, it's been my pleasure. Thanks. And I love talking about these great homes that we're lucky enough to represent.
And this isn't the only home that you have. You've got a very large inventory of great homes throughout the county that you show and that you have, that you're helping people rehome themselves into something so much better.
We are launching 2 new homes up in Mountain Star, which is a great neighborhood. I can't talk about one because it's about to break on the Wall Street Journal today. It's going to be kind of a big deal that we love. And the last thing I would note is that last year everybody was saying, there's no inventory, there's no inventory. And we're starting to see some inventory. People are starting to transition, you know, out of their house. They've got other things. They want to travel, do that. So now we have inventory. So if you want to look at homes, even if we're not talking about one today, give me a call. And, you know, we represent homes up and down the valley, and it's just so fun to meet people and help them find their dream home out there.
I mean, you guys do the best in the business here in the Vail Valley, especially because you do have such a great inventory and you have homes like 2050 West Haven.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming in. Make sure that you check out Compass Realty for all of your real estate needs. And if you are in the market for a new home, well, Ty has got you covered because he has the most incredible inventory and some of the most magnificent houses here in the valley. We're going to take a short break, and when we come back, we've got more Good Morning Vail.
Good morning, Vail.
The mountains are a place for adventure and a space for renewal. Enjoy our cozy piece of the mountain. Relax and reset in total tranquility after any adventure. We offer therapeutic massage and restorative facials with some of the best remedies and techniques nature has to offer. Ask about our Hydrofacial MD facial system that uses patented technology to extract and infuse the skin. Our locally owned boutique spa is located inside the Highline Vail. Nourish your mind and body. Discover true Vail at Après Massage and Facials.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
I'm Blake O'Rulian.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Well, then we've got you covered in 4 great mountain towns: Park City, Utah, Vail, Colorado, Steamboat Springs, Colorado, and Reno, Tahoe.
You can tune in to Park City TV, TV8 Vail, or at thescoreboardnation.com.
We'll see you there every day at 6:30 p.m.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. We just previously showed you a very nice house that you can buy here in Vail, and now we're going to show you a flashback to earlier in the week where we got to sit down with a very valuable team member from the Vail Valley Foundation talking about how you can get out there and support Youth Power 365 at their Stars Variety Show. So let's take a look.
Welcome back to Good Morning Vail. I have one of my friends who I adore, Amy Vogt from the Vail Valley Foundation. We have been friends for a very long time, and look how gorgeous she looks.
Very pregnant.
When are you due, Amy?
A little less than 4 weeks, August 1st. So
you look amazing.
Yeah,
you
thank
look
you.
So good. And
Thanks.
I can't wait to talk to you about all things Vail Valley Foundation.
Yes, so specifically, I'm really excited to talk to you about our upcoming event, the Youth Power 365 Stars Variety Show.
I am going with one of my dear friends. She invited
Perfect.
me to go, yes.
I love to hear that.
Yes.
So Youth Power 365 is an education initiative of the Vail Valley Foundation.
Okay.
And Youth Power 365 is super unique in that we offer this really wide continuum of programming from early childhood all the way to college and career readiness that just help youth in our valley reach their full potential.
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
And that's a huge spectrum because usually it's, maybe 12 to 17 years, not that. That's huge.
There's not a lot of organizations like us out there. And so this Youth Power 365 Stars Variety Show is our biggest fundraiser of the year.
Okay.
One of the biggest fundraisers in the Valley every year. And we're really, really excited. It's July 12th, so a week from today on Tuesday. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And it's so interesting because my girlfriend works for a bank and she had asked me, one of my best friends, to go. And then I thought of you and I'm like, this is going to be so fun. Can you kind of explain, because I know what it's all about, but can you kind of explain what, if people want to go, what they can see and what it's going to be all about and what it entails?
Yes, definitely. So it's a variety show. So basically we feature a variety of local talent.
So cool.
I don't want to give away too many secrets, but just a few of the acts this year. We have a brother-sister magician duo.
Oh, that's cool.
We have aerialists, we have singers, we have dancers, we have some soccer skills stars.
Okay, it's across the board.
Yes,
This is
like
amazing.
absolutely true variety show.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
And is it all Vail locals that are doing?
It's all locals.
Okay.
And it's not just the show. We also have plenty of ways to support Youth Power 365's mission.
Okay.
So we'll have a fund and need paddle raise. We'll also have a live auction with some really exciting items. And before the show and the fundraising gets started, the kind of the unique thing that we'll have going on is bubbles and dessert. This all takes place at the Gerald R. Ford Amphitheater in Vail.
Awesome.
Yes, and so people can come and enjoy bubbly and dessert and mix and mingle before the whole show starts. It's really fun.
Sounds amazing. So you can go see a variety show. You can have some bubbles, some dessert if you don't drink, and then you can also go shop. This is my dream. I love that.
The evening will be a dream.
I'm excited.
We're really excited. And the best part is at the end of the night, it's all going to support Youth Power 365 and our local youth.
And there's nothing better. And I love that. You get to get out there, see that community, be a part of, I guess it's going to be all of us hugging and saying hi. Yeah. And then you get to support something that's so beautiful that really, it is our future. The youth are our future, as cheesy as it sounds, but people sometimes I tend to forget, So that's really special. And for everyone watching, if they want to go on and maybe donate if they're not available to be there, is there a website that maybe we can?
Yes, absolutely. So if you go to starsvarietyshow.com, that's where you can purchase tickets to attend, or you can just support the organization and donate as if you were at the live event. You can donate to the Fund a Need.
Okay.
So, there's all different levels to support our organization and our youth at all different levels.
That's so awesome.
Yeah.
And how long, Amy, have you been involved with this?
Oh, goodness. So I've been marketing manager for Vail Valley Foundation for Education for a little over a year and a half now. So I'm relatively new, especially compared to the people that have been working for Youth Power 365 and Vail Valley Foundation for decades serving youth. So I'm a newcomer.
That is so awesome. You look so glow. Obviously you're pregnant and you look
That
beautiful, but it seems like you're really loving this and you're enjoying.
It's a great organization, and having kids of my own and being someone that plans on staying in this community for years and years and all into the foreseeable future, it feels really good at the end of the day to come home and know that I'm working for an organization like Youth Power 365 and Vail Valley Foundation.
That's so neat. That's really incredible. And I have known Amy for years, like I said, and this is the perfect fit for you. Because you are such a loving, caring, and just unique individual, and you're so sweet and kind, and I feel like Thank you for everything you do, because we need more people like you out there.
Oh,
I'm like
course.
taking it to a real level. She's like, oh, Gretchen.
No, it's great. It's great.
Can you remind the viewers too when the event is taking place?
Yes, absolutely. So Youth Power 365 Stars Variety Show is July 12th, the evening of July 12th on Tuesday at the Gerald R. Ford Amphitheater in Vail.
I'm so excited, and I'm going to be there, and I hope to see
me
all
too.
of.
Hopefully, we'll see.
Oh gosh, you could go into labor. That would be
that
amazing.
would be a variety show act. Yeah, no,
I'm like,
we'll keep that
and
off the stage.
Featuring Amy. She's going to have her baby right now. Do we know if it's a boy or girl? Do we want to
No,
say?
it'll be a surprise.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
Well, I hope to see all of you there, because I'm going to be there. So I'll see you, Amy.
Yep,
hopefully,
you'll see me.
Fingers crossed.
Yes.
And we'll keep it right here for more of Good Morning Vail. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Good morning, Vail.
Follow your favorite extreme sports athletes with the Telly Award-winning show, The Line. If you're an adrenaline junkie and need a daily dose of base jumping, skydiving, highlining, biking, kayaking, and more, then look no further. We've got you covered. Catch JT Holmes, Andy Lewis, Cam Zink, and many more extreme sport athletes here on The Line. Check your local listings for more information.
Good morning, Vail.
Thank you so much for tuning into this Sunday edition of Good Morning Vail. We are all out of time. I swear these mornings go by so quickly. We wake up, we blink, and they're over before we know it. Make sure that you tune in tomorrow. We'll be live from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. with some great interviews coming into the studio and really just telling you all the great things that are taking place in and around our community. As we live in such a busy mountain town, and if you're looking to live in a busy mountain town as well, then you can look at Compass Realty for a beautiful house like that one that we just saw on West Haven Road in West Vail. They're absolutely stunning here, and it's just a fun place to live. And if you do live here, well, then we want to thank you for tuning in to TV8's Good Morning Vail as well. We'll see you tomorrow morning. We'll be live from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m. And if you're at the farmer's market today and you see me, make sure you yell and say hello, because I would love to see you there. All right, I'll see you tomorrow morning.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall.